Hi, I'm Betsy Rosenfeld with the Center for Governmental Studies. This is Proposition Preview 2008. Here with me is Glenn Backus with the No on Prop 6 campaign. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
First question, why should Californians vote no on Prop 6?
There's a couple major problems with Prop 6. The first being that it costs $1 billion and it doesn't pay for itself. It takes $1 billion, puts it on autopilot spending year to year without review, without flexibility, and it gives it to a specific menu of programs, primarily law enforcement programs, to put more people in prison. But that money comes out of the same funds that we use to pay for children's health care and for parks and schools and fire protection. And that's why the opposition is primarily led by the California firefighters and by teachers, healthcare associations, civil rights groups, churches, taxpayers groups, all that are concerned with the implications of taking $1 billion off the top of an already crippled budget.
So tell me about some of the people on your side of Prop 6, if you could be more specific, because so many voters judge how to vote on who is on which side of the proposition.
Yes, amongst the religious groups there's the California Catholic Conference, the Progressive Jewish Alliance, California Church Impact. Civil rights groups include the NAACP and the Ella Baker Center for Human Rights. And then there's the associations and unions that represent the California Professional Firefighters, the California State Firefighters Association, the California Teachers Association, a number of education associations and unions, and the California Nurses Associations, among many. There are very many. Amongst the taxpayers associations, there's Ventura County and Kern County and Orange County Taxpayers Associations that have taken a no position, Placer County Republican Party, the State Democratic Party. It is a very broad coalition because the budget environment is so bad that it's simply not the time for any special interest to come in and seize a portion of the budget and take it out of the budget process and require annual increased funding, no matter what the circumstances.
Let's get specific for the viewers, because there are a lot of measures on the
Yes,
ballot this year. Let's be specific about what the most important arguments are against Prop 6.
That it's ballot box budgeting at $1 billion a year, locked in, without any revenue to pay for it. That means cuts in other programs that are important to us, such as fire protection, schools, and children's health care, and services to the elderly. Secondarily, it's a 32-page initiative with over 50 changes in criminal law, and all those changes go just one direction, and that's towards increasing the prison population. California state prisons already eat up more than 10% of the state budget. Prop 6 is going to make that worse. But our primary interest as a coalition is to see that programs that help kids, like children's health care, not be rated, that fire protection not be rated, that all of these important aspects of the budget all be on a level playing field, and that one group not come in and remove their funds from the budget and cripple these other programs.
So what would you say to one of your opponents or to the groups who are on the other side of the measure, the yes on Prop 6?
The proponents like to say that they're only asking for 1% of the state budget, $1 billion. Well, first, that ignores the fact that our prisons already take up more than 10% of our budget. So it's really putting a much larger piece of the pie into corrections, into prisons, and into jails. And while all of us respect law enforcement, we expect them to play on the same field in the legislature that the rest of us do, and have to make justifications year to year based on the actual budget environment. The actual budget environment's been very poor, and that's why the governor just cut Meals on Wheels for the elderly, or tax assistance for the elderly homeowner. So many things are taking cuts. It's not the time to take one group and say, you're exempt from the budget process. We're giving you a raise when everyone else is taking cuts.
Well, our final question would be, what would be the biggest impact on California if Prop 6 passes or it doesn't pass?
If Prop 6 does pass, we're going to see cuts in programs that are important to Californians, like children's health care and services for the elderly. If it doesn't pass, taxpayers can breathe a sigh of relief, because Prop 6 is just going to make our terrible budget situation all the worse.
Thank you for joining us. Glenn
Thank
Backus, No on Prop 6.
Thank you so much.